All right, family, welcome back. The culture. This is actually technically the official first episode. I've been waiting a long time to get this sister here. The Grammy-nominated sister. She's won a few awards. I was starting to think that, you know, she was big time in me. Now she knows she's nominated for a few awards and I wasn't gonna get it no more. But she was blessed enough, or she was humbled enough to grace us with her presence. We have Zemira Israel with us tonight, and we're going to have a conversation with her. So, welcome, Zemira Israel. Welcome, sister. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, Marky. I appreciate that.
No
And I don't want the Grammy people to come for me. I was not nominated. I was just ballot. I was on the ballot to be considered for a nomination. So that's still a big deal, but I wasn't officially nominated.
Well.
Just ballot.
Yeah. No, that's good. Thank you for putting that in proper context. But while we're there, that was one of my questions. So now, Grammy consideration. Give us the difference between the consideration and the nominee. I think you kind of did. That means you're on the ballot.
Yes, because first you have to have a Grammy member, and the Grammy member is a Grammy voter, and they have to be able to submit your music, and then that would be where you get considered to be on the ballot. You're going to be on the ballot, and then you're going to be considered to be a nominee. So that's why you just kind of see those little posts and sponsored posts where people are saying for your consideration for the Grammys. That's because they were on the ballot to get a consideration to be a nominee. So yeah, that's what happened with our song Sistar featuring Sis Lala.
Yeah, love music. So you got so you got to help break this down for me. So the song was being considered to be on the ballot. So did you guys know someone who was affiliated with the Grammy or had a vote or what have you, or did you have to submit it yourself, or did they find the song? How does that work?
I mean, the whole Sistar song was so blessed. You know, my Lord, He made the track, and then I wrote the song, and then I wanted a feature, and all I could think of was Lala because I love her powerful voice, and so that happened. And then once the song was written, produced, mixed by my Lord Bezaleel, then we had a brother named Nagaris Johnson master the track. And this brother, he worked on Kanye West or Ye's album, the Donda album. And he also got a Grammy for that one. And he worked with other artists like Quavo. So he mastered the Sistar track. So he was already a Grammy voter, a Grammy voting member. And I never asked him to put it, you know, on the ballot to be considered for a nominee, but out of the blue, one day he DM'd me, and you know, I'm just so grateful for him because he didn't have to do it. Out of the blue, he was like, "Look, I'm gonna put this song up for consideration on the ballot for this year's Grammy," and he was like, "Okay, give me this information, give me this." And I gave it to him real quick because it was like a deadline that they have, and so he did that, and then boom, we were on the ballot for to be considered for a nomination.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations to you and Lala. Okay, so what's this brother's name? And what's his name that mastered the track?
Nagaris Johnson.
Nagaris.
Grammy winner.
Okay, Johnson. Okay, I gotta look him up. I gotta look in because I love looking. I remember back in the days we used to get the CDs and you look in the credits and you see, you know, who's getting the writing credit, who did the production. I love looking at that stuff, man. You know, and just to see who's really, because we always see the face of the music, but there's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes, right? So I love looking at who's doing what.
I'm really big on giving credit where it's due. So every time a song, you know, drops, I make a blog for it, and you see all the credits in that blog. So you'll see who mixed it, who mastered it, who wrote the song, who administered it, all that. So it's always on the song's blog on my site, ZemiraIsrael.com.
ZemiraIsrael.com, yes.
Yeah.
those tuning in, please check out our sister and support her, ZemiraIsrael.com. I actually went on there. I tried to click the link for the woolly hair. I was going to see if I could get some products. I see that you said that you have a woolly hair, what's it, natural hair brand advocacy. So
Yeah.
are you selling products or what? Are
You
like,
know, I do hopefully someday want to do hair products, but for
okay,
now, I just have paraphernalia, just
okay,
dresses, shirts, and things that, help you just be proud of, how your hair grows out your scalp. So yeah, it's
nice.
on my site, Natural Woolly. It's a whole collection on my site. And,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna pick up some merch after that. And anyone listen, come on, support our sister, grab some
Thank-
merch, most definitely. ZemiraIsrael.com, correct?
yes. Hmm.
Okay. So first of all, I want to so many questions, and now that we started here, I'm gonna be jumping all over the place. Sorry if it feels that way, but
It's okay.
I gotta give you like my humblest thank you for the woolly hair song. I live in Canada. We got Black people here, of course. We got it's a cultural mosaic, but the representation of what we see up here is a lot different than what you guys have in the States, right? You know what I mean? Like we always hear, oh, States and the racial divide and the tension and all that, but there's still that level of representation in the States for our people that supersedes some of the other countries. So the woolly hair track, Zemira, I'm telling you, I got two daughters.
No.
I can remember, not the twins. I got two other daughters.
Okay.
Yeah, I can remember when they came home and said, Dad, why do they laugh at my hair? Like, in school, the kids, why are they laughing at my hair?
Mm.
And at the time I was a single father, and I didn't really know how to deal with that, right? That's a common, you know what I mean? I just said, you're just beautifully made and what have you. And I think this is before I knew who we were, and I was taking pride in the woolly hair piece and all that. But when I stumbled upon your video and I put it on for them, and man, you could see the energy and the joy and the understanding and the appreciation of all of the beautiful gifts God has given them, the Most High has given them, and all of that came from that video that you put together. So really appreciate your works and your efforts, and I guess I will ask, why did you want to put that project together, that song together, the video? Why was that important for you to put that out?
It was so important. Coming into the knowledge that, I'm an Israelite and that I need to keep God's laws and the faith of Christ, you kind of get to dig and see who Christ really is. Because in the Christian church, they don't really tell you. And so, I read scriptures like Revelations. I don't want to quote it because my head's not covered, but Revelations and Daniel, Daniel 7:9, Revelation 1 and 14, they let you know what God looks like and what Christ looks like. And I was never taught that. So when I first got that knowledge, I was like, wow, okay, his hair grows out his scalp like my hair grows out my scalp. It's not this, straight hair guy with the blue eyes and the pale skin. It's not this guy. And so that really resonated. And I believe like if the churches really taught that to our people, the Blacks, the Hispanics, Native Indians, those that have the Afro look, that would give us such a self-esteem like no other, to know that the creator and then the son he brought down here look like us.
Right.
And so I definitely wanted to do a song and use my platform, my music, my gift that the Most High gave me and speak on that, and I was relaxed. And then I transitioned after getting that knowledge. And I never turned back. I wish I was natural way before.
Right. Right, man. I can remember, like, my mom was relaxed, all my aunts, cousins, and me not knowing anything, I just thought, okay, that's just the way to be. But I can even remember some of the homies, like they would be trying to put jerry curls in their hair and all that type of stuff. And it was just like, man, how far off we were, not knowing that, you know, when you open the book, you know what I mean? You can see that, you know, Christ and the Most High has the same features. And you know, you refer to Revelations, and I go there and I read that, and sometimes I try to show people like, hey, take a look at this. But that Daniel, the verse in Daniel where it shows like the Ancient of Days, and he's got the furrow and his skin color, and like that really hits different with a lot of people, man. So no, all praises. Like, and once again, I just want to thank you for putting that together. You don't know how much that's touching our people's lives. Oh yeah, I can remember. Yes, no, it's exciting for me because I can remember also there's a social experiment, yeah, call it that, where they put the they got a bunch of black kids lined up. They put the white doll in front of them and they put the black doll in front of them. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. And and they said which one's good, which one's bad. And all the black kids are pointing, hey, the black child's bad. You know what I mean? We seen also there was a news report done on this black child. She's getting her hair braided, and she looks up. She looks in the mirror as maybe it's her aunt's braiding her head, and she's like, "I'm so ugly," right? Right? Like just all of these things that it may seem small to other people, but has a resounding effect on our young daughters, our young people, and us growing up, right? So once again, this is why representation, I'm gonna speak to the camera. This is why representation is so important amongst the community, amongst the culture, amongst the nation, you know what I mean? Because we've gone so far so long thinking that we weren't good enough and being shown images that, you know, don't look like us, right? Where to the point where we don't see ourselves as anything but less, right? So I'll just say it again, Zemira, man, thank you, 1,000 thank yous for putting that project together. Who was that dancing in the video, the brother, and where did you shoot that? And you know what I mean? Like, let's talk about that.
That was definitely one of the brothers that we knew. So he was down for doing the dance, and he's very passionate about dancing. So he did that. But my Lord, he's the one that shot the video. So that's right there. So I'll praise to the for the imagery that he helped couple with the actual song.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about your Lord. What? Okay, how do you say his name again?
Bezaleel.
Bezaleel. Okay, Bezaleel. So I know, like, you've credited him. I've seen on some posts for some of the production. Does he do all your production?
Well, on the first album, he produced 3 of the songs.
Okay.
And, you know, he's always been into music. So just gradually over the years, he's been just wearing more hats. And so the second album.
Okay, so you're talking about Legendary People. He did 3 songs.
Yes, sorry. Legendary People, the debut album, he produced 3 of the songs. So he did 3 of the tracks. That's
Do you remember which ones? I'm looking at
Israel.
it right now. Wow. He did Israel.
Yes, he produced Israel. That's like my top song.
Yeah.
And then Just Don't Let Me Lose.
Okay.
And then the Jealous song that's in there that, you know, kind of encourages sisters to not be jealous.
Wow. Hey, that's an important topic.
So yeah, he did those 3 tracks for that album. And then the second album, he did more tracks. So I think like the first, he did on True Love Changes, the double disc album, he did Whatever You Like, Baby Music. What else? I have to look at it. Let me see.
Did he do Thank You, Israelite Man? Yes. Y'all see that? True Love Changes. Both albums. Legendary People. Both are available on Spotify, and I'm sure you have it available for purchase too on ZemiraIsrael.com.
Yes, on my site. So yes, he did do Thank You Israelite Man, Deed and Word, Baby Music, Whatever You Like.
Wow.
I think he did Undefiled. I gotta look, but yeah, he did more tracks on that. And then so now the recent singles that I've been putting out, he did all the recent singles after the TLC album.
Bezaleel, I may crucify it. Forgive me. I'm trying to get it. Bezaleel. Bezaleel. He is a talented brother. I wanted to have him on because I knew he was behind the scenes pulling some strings with the production, but we're gonna come back to a part 2 to make sure we get him on. I got a lot of questions for the brother. Super talented, super dope. Oh. He produced my favorite song. My favorite. Hold on, bro. Let me ask you, what's your favorite song that you've done?
I want to know what your favorite
song is. First of all, the 2 albums, Legendary People and what's the other one? True Love Changes, classic albums. So first, before I tell you my favorite song, I'll tell you how I found you. So in the Truth, I think I just got Spotify, jumped on there, Truth Music. You just typed in Truth Music. A bunch of artists will come up, right? You listen to a few, there's some notable ones. Shout out to YFA, Beloved Daoud. He has a huge catalog, just interviewed him. Quality Music, the Rock-A-Bar, Quality Music, and shout out to everybody making music. Then I saw your name popped up. Oh, Zemira Israel, let me check her out. I like the album cover. All right, it seems cool. Let me check her out. And 2 things that hit me: the voice and the high level production. Like whoever's mastering the music, whoever's selecting the beats and creating the beats, this is high level. I can understand how you go from creating your art to being on I don't want to say it right, for Grammy consideration. I want to say it right. Grammy consideration. Yeah. And that so the quality of the music hooked me in. And I was hooked. And I listened to the 2 albums. The first True Love Change is my favorite album. One of my top 5s. Yeah. It gets heavy airplay, heavy rotation. So now going to tell you what my favorite song is. I don't know why, but Deed and Word is my favorite song.
Wow.
Yeah. I really enjoy that. So since I have you, since I'm honored to have you, I never thought I'd be talking to you.
Oh, I'm honored to be with you too, brother.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just a fan. Tell me how Deed and Word came about. I want to know, did Bezaleel, I'm sorry.
You can call him Bez.
Okay, Bez. Did Bez play you the beat and then you wrote to it? Or did you already have the concept of the song and you just needed to find a beat? Tell me how it all came about, please and thanks.
A lot of times it's more so that I'll hear the track and then I'll have the lyrics for it. But rarely I'll have the song already written. Like Roll Over Me, I wrote the lyrics and sang the song first, and then I actually played the piano for it.
Wow.
And then a brother played it better than I did. I'm no Stevie Wonder, Alicia either, but he got the idea and he interpreted what I did. But yeah, my Lord, he'll just play like tracks and I'll just pick them. I think the Most High that he gave me the gift to hear certain things. So when I hear a track, it really has to resonate with my spirit. It really has to touch my soul. And so Deed and Word was one of those tracks of his. Not every track I hear I love. So just like every song I write is not the best.
Right.
And so that one, yeah, I don't know, just something, it sounded like I needed to say something with a little bit more depth,
Okay.
because the track was already very deep and soulful. And so, and then also just thinking back on my marriage, and thinking of what the scripture says and making sure that my actions match with my words. And so
Mm,
I thought that was a good concept to talk about, especially being a woman, a married woman. And so, we all struggle with that. And
yeah, of
so
course.
I wanted to kind of speak on that as a married woman. So, and you're not
Oh,
the brother to say that that was his favorite song of mine. So I'm glad
really?
that also resonates with my brothers. So all praise to the Most High.
Like, how does that feel like to hear like, yo, that song you did that hit me, like, you know what I mean? Like, how does that make you feel? Like, does it feel like, I'm doing I'm doing what the Most High created me to do? Like, how does that make you feel like when you hear that?
It's confirmation, it's affirmation, it's perfect. You could saying thank you and saying that you appreciate like an artist's work is like the best compliment you could ever give them. So it's just a blessing, and I'm honored to be a vessel to speak to people's lives and issues and thoughts. So it's a blessing. I'm
Right,
honored.
right. All praises. Okay, so Zemira Israel, up for Grammy consideration. Wonderful artist, talented artist, well known. Um, who is Zemira Israel?
Wow. um I try to just be a servant,
Mm,
to be obedient to what the Most High gave me. I'm a woman, I'm a married woman, I'm a sister, and I'm a businesswoman, and my business also translates to my ministry. So um, I'm just uh, I'm just Samira Israel.
mm. Hey,
I'm thankful. I'm thankful. And one of my favorite scriptures, I don't want to quote it, but it's about multiplying your talents and make
mm,
you do right by what the Most High gave you, and you don't want to just hide it under a rock and all
right.
that. So I'm very big on that, and I just pray that I can continue to do what I love. It's almost like breathing for me. I've tried to get away from music, and it just always comes back, and I always attribute it to the Most High
Mm,
and what He's put in my life to do. So I
yeah.
just praise Him that I'm able to do that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. So I want to, because I want the fans, I want the listeners, I want the audience to kind of get a backdrop on who Zemira Israel is. If my sources are correct, if my research is correct, sapase mapule.
Yes, I was born in Haiti, so yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Were you born in Haiti?
No. I used to do it a little thing. I used to do it though. I used to do a little thing. I was in Montreal. We got a lot of Haitians up there. You know what I mean? So they taught me a little something.
Oh, okay.
They taught me pose G. That's what they used to tell me. You know what I mean? I guess
Oh, yeah.
that means chill. Up in Montreal, I said they said that means chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah.
I was
So
born there.
you were born. Okay, so how long did you stay there? When did you get to America? And how does Zemira Israel from Haiti come to music?
Mm. Well, I was born in Haiti, but I came to America with my dad when I was like 1 year old.
Oh, okay.
So, my dad and my mom had the agreement to, you know, let my dad take me to America for a better life, right? Because
Mhm.
that's like
Mhm.
coming from the Caribbean, you
Yeah.
think America popping.
Right. That's right. Right.
Meanwhile, the Caribbean's where it's at.
That's
So,
right. Everybody vacations to the Caribbean.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they made that decision, came to America. So I've been living in America since one. I visited my mom stayed there, so I visited her when I was like 5. And yeah, it's been a while since I've seen her. So, but we still
Wow.
send letters and talk on WhatsApp and things like that. So, but that was the decision. And my dad when he was living in Haiti, he was a DJ, he was a radio host in Haiti, and he was always into music. He sang.
Wow.
And then when he was in America, I just grew up watching him. Just he made an EP album, and that was, I guess, successful in the community. And then he always does shows to this day. So I've always grown up seeing him just love music and watching him play his records, his vinyls, and he actually worked at, I forgot if it was Universal Records, but he was a computer.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a computer engineer over there, I think. It may have been a different record label, but he would always bring new music home, like music that didn't come out yet. So a lot of times we'll have music that we'll hear before it comes out. So that was special. But yeah, I just grew up just loving music just like my dad. So
Nice.
I'm a daddy's girl. And so everything he did, I was like, okay. So, I think I was like maybe 8 or something like that. And he got me a piano for a gift, and for a birthday gift. But I don't celebrate birthdays anymore. But it was like a little piano. And then I played Mary Had a Little Lamb. And he came in my room and heard me play, and he was like, "Who taught you that?" And I was like, "Oh, I just did it. Yeah, I just did it." And nobody taught me that. And
Just came naturally.
Yeah. And all by ear. And then he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna take you to piano lessons." So I always praise my dad for just always being an encourager from the inception, from the beginning of him seeing that little gift inside of me. And from then, he was always at my shows. Because I was with a girl group and everything in high school. He was always at my shows. He came to every recital, every piano recital, every choir recital, everything. He was like my number one fan. And I just love him for that. And I always tell him that without him, because there's like a saying, geniuses are children with their parents. It's like a saying like that. I'm not saying I'm a genius, but you get the point.
No, I do.
It takes from the beginning to really cultivate something special in a child. And so I praise my dad for that, and I love him always. I pray he repents one day, but I love him always.
Hey man, we bless up the parents, mother and father, regardless. They brought us into this world, and we just got to be thankful and give them their honors for that, man, regardless, right? And pray they, like you said, they repent. No, that's amazing. That's amazing, because it shows the importance of fathers. The fact that your father would identify that, whoa, my daughter has a talent. Let me try to cultivate that talent is a beautiful thing. And what's unfortunate is, like, when we see broken homes, like, obviously there was a decision made in your case where, your mom stayed back and your dad brought you to America. But with the broken homes, you can see that that's what children of color, not just Black children of color, that's what they lack sometimes, right? They lack that two-parent home, or that parent who's able to hone in on their gifts and talents and cultivate it, right? And when they miss that, usually it's some other activity that occupies their time that maybe they shouldn't be doing, right? So shout out to your pops for that. So do you keep up with what's going on in Haiti and all that? Are you, or do you not really? A lot going on in Haiti.
A lot going on in Haiti. I was supposed to go with my husband a couple years ago, I think right before COVID or something like that.
Yeah.
And the whole hurricane happened, and on top of that, the assassination of
Jean something. Yeah.
All that happened. So it was just a sign from the Most High, like, okay, not yet. Because I was supposed to go and see my mom, because I haven't seen her for a while in person. And so, that didn't happen. But Haiti, Most High has his hands on Haiti in a special way. The chastisement is real over there. And so, I just pray the people, the chosen, repent, wake up, and it's,
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you something because I always ask all of my Haitian friends this question because I just want to hear their perspective. Maybe they've heard stories, maybe their parents have told them stuff or whatever. So I'm from my family, my roots is Trinidad and Grenadian. Okay.
Mhm.
And yeah. So we could be like cousins, man. We just a few, you know what I mean?
You never know.
You never know. So, but the last time I was in Trinidad, I was talking to my uncle. Shout out Uncle Ellis. And he was telling me there was an election going on in Trinidad. And we were having, and actually, I was just waking up to the knowledge and all that. And he was telling me, yeah, so when these politicians want to get elected, they go up to Haiti and do a little thing spiritually to give them, a little obia or whatever, to give them that strength from the ruler of this world so that they can gain these positions. Have you ever heard any not like that, but have you ever been told any stories about that witchcraft that goes on in Haiti?
Yeah, I mean, it goes
Is
on.
it real?
It goes on everywhere, and Haiti's not. I don't know. I think Haiti gets it the worst when it comes to the witchcraft stuff because we whooped the French's ass. I'm sorry. We whooped the French's butt.
Right.
So they're always doing something and always talking, this stuff about Haiti, but there's witchcraft everywhere. So in Haiti, it's voodoo.
Yeah.
You got DR, you got, I don't know how to pronounce it, Bruahira, something like that.
Okay.
But it's everywhere. And
Okay.
it just so happens that Haiti's practice is called voodoo. And it's like so I mean, I don't practice it, but
No, I know. Oh, I know. I wouldn't expect that. I was just wondering, like, if you had any insight to it and what was, you know what I mean? Like, was it a real thing? Like, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, sometimes you don't know if it's just people trying to demonize, the island and the people from the island, you know what I mean? And whatever. So that's all. No, but.
oh, definitely. We gave them a run for it. First, you'll always hear it from the Haitians. We were the first to really revolt against slavery. So, they're never gonna like us for that.
Yeah.
Because we popped it off.
That's right. Shout out to my Haitian bros, man. Shout out to Haiti, man. Yeah. So okay, so what kind of artist would you say you are, Zemira? What kind of artist? And what do I mean by that? Are you a gospel artist? Are you just an R&B singer? Are you, what? And I'm not trying to put you in a box, but we want to know what kind of artist are you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely. If you ask me, I'm just an artist because
nice.
I love music, and if I hear a track that resonates, I'll sing on it. But I definitely love R&B music. I grew up on it. I grew up on Motown. I grew up on, just R&B and neo soul. But coming into the truth, because before Most High woke me up, I was pursuing a songwriter career to songwrite for secular artists, and I would write R&B. But my music was always positive. It was never about you're in the club shaking it, all that, and the drugs, and it was never about that. I always wanted to make music that changed people's lives for the better. Okay. And I praise the Most High that He woke me up in the time that He did, because it was in the midst of me about to go hard in this industry. And so, so He woke me up, and I was like, okay, everything I sing, you're gonna get your praise, and your word is gonna be mentioned in your word. So whether it's a love song, you're gonna hear scriptures about marriage. Whether it's my music is life music. So
I like that.
It's not so much like the typical praise and worship, that you would hear in the churches, but it's life music, and that's what I I've always wanted to write, just music that, that's been things that happen in my life or things I've seen in other people's lives, and then I get to express it through music. So yeah, I'd say, but on my site, I do say gospel PB R&B because that's like a little niche R&B PB where it's like a lo-fi sound and
What's PB?
it's like a well-known like a liquor it's like a whole background. I have a blog on it because I didn't even know what it was until I found it. But I was like, okay, because I gravitate to that kind of music. So I have a whole blog on my site, ZemiraIsrael.com, where I kind of put different artists that kind of do it. They don't say that they're PBR&B, but that's like a niche that's trying to, I guess, it's a small niche, but it's a niche under R&B. So yeah.
Okay. So
like Solange is like
love Solange.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of music. So gospel R&B, gospel PB R&B.
Neo soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So can you tell me, secular or in the truth, 5 artists that you would love to collaborate with? If you had the opportunity, you had an open checkbook, you could collaborate with anybody in the world. Give me 5 artists, because who you want to collaborate with will tell me everything I need to know about how you see yourself as an artist.
Oh wow. I just found out about I'm gonna start with the truth artist first.
Okay.
I just found out not too long ago about Urshan Burgundy.
Oh, yeah. I think it's Eshton Burgundy or Eshton. Yeah. I know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good.
I'm trying to, I hope I didn't get his name pronounced wrong. I would love to work with him. I think his zeal is powerful. I think his platform is powerful and his music is on point.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. That's one. I already worked with Lala, so that don't count. Dang. Duet Ibar. I think he's an
definitely.
awesome rapper.
Yeah.
Awesome lyricist, awesome singer.
Yeah. You and him are in my top 5s in terms of albums that have gone out. Like you got a top 5 album. He has one too.
Yeah. All praises.
Yeah.
I already worked with Lorben, so he don't count. Oh, Beloved Dawood. I think he's so cool. He's so different and unique. So definitely those 3.
Wyatt Faye Beloved, we gonna make it happen. It's gonna happen off the culture. We're gonna put that collab together, man. Shout out to he's such a cool brother, man. He's like he's like the coolest bro, man. Like, yo, man, ain't nobody like him. Yeah.
Oh no, he's so dope.
And talented, super talented, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
And okay, I'll do the last 2 secular.
Okay.
I would love to work with, and it doesn't even have to be a song. It could just be maybe a co-write or something like that. I don't know. But Stevie Wonder.
Ooh, love Stevie.
He's my top. He's my number 1.
Yeah.
Anita Baker. I love Anita Baker.
Love Anita Baker too. Yep.
Okay, I think I ran out of them, but that was my 5.
Yeah. Hey man, I could see based on your taste, your palette, your musical palette, I could see why the level of music that you put out and write. You know what I mean? Why it's at such a high standard, right? Because you're used to high quality music. You know what I mean? Legacy artists, man, artists that are timeless, right? And I think you embody that too. Like the music you put out, man, I was bumping your album 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm still bumping it. You know what I mean? The music don't age. It doesn't age, man. You know what I mean? So all praises for that. So
all praises.
Yeah.
And you know,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
his word is timeless. Most High's word is timeless.
Hey,
So I, that attributes to it as well. So just
hey,
coupled with the words I use in this lyrics, it really helps.
hey, facts. That should be a name of a track or something, man. His word is
Oh,
timeless.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk about R&B, like the just the genre. How do you like in the 90s? R&B was, you know what I mean? You had so many artists, so many. Faith Evan, Whitney
Beautiful.
Houston, Mariah Carey, Usher, like so many artists, right? Just right. It was controlling the game. And even in the early 2000s, how do you feel about the R&B space now? Because it's kind of, I like it's kind of lagged behind. We see now more of a Afrobeat style genre taking over kind of black art. I'll put it like that. So do you think with the emergence of Afrobeat, I interviewed Gabaria Allah. He did an Ama Piano album, which is a cousin to Afrobeat from South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's still a space for good old fashioned R&B?
Definitely, definitely. It's just that music, for the most part, was so good for us as a people, as far as just love and wanting to be in love. Like now, you don't really hear music about wanting to be in love and
No.
wanting to be with someone, and it's all about, oh, you the F boy, and you're
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
nothing. So I think the record labels was like, all right, enough of that, because we need y'all to be destroyed. And so the marketing dollars is not being pushed to R&B music like
Yeah.
um, the music that destroys us. So that's
Mm.
pushed. So I think R&B is still there though. Like I still listen to a lot of R&B artists. Um, you know, and they're just not on the forefront
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
not talking about the things that destroy us as a people. But they still do music. They might not have the Beyonce dollars, they might not have the Jay-Z dollars,
Right.
but um, they still do music. It's just you got to find them. You got to
Yeah.
stay up on them. You know. But
Yeah.
yeah, whatever music that destroys us, that's what's gonna be popping
Yeah. All right.
in the industry.
How sad, man. Man, you're right. Now you got the wheels spinning in my head. Um, question. Once again, up for Grammy consideration. No, I keep bringing it out. That deserves you deserve your flowers for that. That's big time. That's big time. You know what I mean? And everyone needs to know that. And you need to know that. But in your heart, how do you feel like talking the way you do, right? And let me set it up. Saying things like, hey, the music that destroys us is what gets promoted. The labels ain't pushing that love music. They're pushing the stuff that, you know what I mean, destroys it. Do you feel like you can talk like that and still get that mainstream support, that mainstream um consideration? You know what I mean? Like, or do you feel like you'll be, you know what I mean, put into a box and you know?
Well, I have to think about who did it before. You have to think about like a Nina Simone
Mm,
or like a Kanye West. They didn't start off political, right?
yeah,
They started with the love songs, they started with the party songs.
yeah,
Think you gotta I think like artists like that are very strategic, and that's like a kind of artist that I would be. You know, a lot of my music even now is not so, you know, this person's the devil and this, you know, it's
yeah,
not too heavy on that. But I think to be strategic, you know, like scripture talks about the dove and the serpent, to be wise and everything. And so I think like an artist like Ye, I think even when you listen to his older music, you kind of hear the wokeness in his lyrics. And I think maybe his plan was, okay, let me get these dollars so that, because money is power in this world. So let me get the power so that I could get the respect, and then my voice and my platform will be large enough so that when I speak and utter something, it'll be impactful. So I think like artists like that, they kind of have to water it down, unfortunately, in the beginning of their career. But like an artist like me, I'm just gonna be who I am, and and the whole Grammy situation was not in my control. It was a brother decided to do it, and I didn't ask for it. And if I can be considered, I could definitely be nominated or even win one day, and that's not a great goal of mine, but if that happens, enlarges my platform and my voice. And so, whatever the Most High allows. But yeah, I think you can talk like that. There are still secular artists that talk like that, but again, they don't want you talking like that. So they're not gonna push that artist and put so many marketing dollars behind them so that they can speak like that and wake our people up.
Okay. Yeah, and I get what you're saying. Like you could see, like I was a huge GA fan, bought the first album. All of that, College Dropout. I was in college when that came out. Like, and I remember, but you could hear he was an activist from jump. You could hear it. Those who could hear like what he was talking about. You know what I mean? And bucket against the system, right? So I get it. So just so we're clear, you think Zemira Israel, you think you can I'm saying this so that other artists, because I struggle, you know what I mean? Even with my platform, like I don't know, you kind of toe the line. You don't want to, like, you know what I mean? Get pigeonholed and, you know what I mean, demonized and all that. You think it's possible to speak the truth, your truth, we'll say your truth, some other people may not think like it, and still be successful in this wicked system?
Yes, because at the end of the day, if the Most High is for you, who could be against you? And then, so as long as you're confident and you really believe the words that are coming out of your mouth, everyone will see that and it'll resonate in their spirit. Like, oh, this person's for real. They really believe what they're saying, and they can do nothing but to be like, all right, well, that's Zemira, that's Marky, that's his life, and if they hear it, they'll listen. If they don't, it can easily turn off the channel, and Most High is gonna do the rest. As long he said to speak his word and he'll do the rest.
Hey.
And so, that's all we can do.
Hey, y'all blame Zemira Israel, man. This is the reason why I'm taking a stand. We are who we are. You know who we are. Like Ye was right. Nah, I'll just play. Nah.
You gotta be careful because it's cracking down on our language now. Our freedom of speech, they're cracking down on it in their little sly ways. So certain things, like I got a strike on my channel for, I think it was a Ye post that I reposted, or maybe it was something that I said something about COVID or something like that. But like they'll shut you down.
Oh,
like
definitely.
I know my Lord, they shut one of his sites down, his channels down, for saying or posting something. You don't even have to say it. So yeah, they're really cracking down on it. So you got to use code words. You got to let your fans know, okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is the word I'm going to use. But I'm going to talk about this.
And it's just, you just got to be careful. You got to use wisdom.
Yeah.